Welcome to this Creating a Family video on red flags for potential birth mother matches falling through in domestic adoption. I'm Dawn Davenport. I'm Executive Director of Creating a Family. Now, first, let me state very clearly at the beginning that an expectant woman does not owe her child to anyone. It is completely her choice whether or not to parent this child or make an adoption plan. And she can change her mind up until the birth of the child. In fact, it's illegal in all states for a birth mother to relinquish her parental rights until after the birth of the child. Then the state will usually have a certain period of time she has to wait after birth before she can relinquish her rights. And up until that point, she can decide to parent. And that's the case even if she has accepted money from prospective adoptive parents where that's legal, and that's not legal everywhere. But if it's support, whether she has received money for support or clothes, food, whatever, she can still change her mind. Also keep in mind that this is, these red flags I'm getting ready to give you are certainly not an exact science, but it is based on information that we've seen here at Creating a Family. One of the top red flags that we see for a birth mother changing her mind and deciding to parent rather than place her child is an on-again, off-again relationship with the father of her child. She might make the decision to place her child for adoption during an off period, but then when they get back together, she may well change her mind. Another big red flag is how the birth grandmother, especially her mother, expectant woman's mother, feels about the adoption plan. We see a greater likelihood of a birth mother not following through on an adoption plan when her mother does not approve of that plan. Also, if she has not told her family about either the pregnancy or her plans for placing the child for adoption. Another big red flag. We are real big believers here that birth mothers need support in making this big decision. So I consider it a red flag when a mother refuses counseling. And it also puts the onus on adoptive parents to make certain that their agency or adoption attorney at least offers counseling to the expectant woman. And this is good not only for the woman, but also for the child later in life, and also, quite frankly, for the adoptive parents. So that's something we want to make sure that happens. A very young birth mother is more likely to change her mind than a slightly older or an older expectant woman. A young birth mother often may not think through or may not realize the realities of life as a single parent. If a match is made very early in the pregnancy, there is a greater period of time for the birth mother to change her mind. So we consider that a red flag as well. Birth mothers who are high school dropouts or who have no interest in post-secondary education are more likely to consider being single parents, even single parents to more than one child. If a birth mother is not prompt in her responses to requests for information from your adoption agency or your adoption attorney, that's an area of concern. You need to be aware of that. Also, in conversations with the adoption agency or the adoption attorney, if the expectant woman is more interested in what she can get versus how do I find the best family for my child, that's a big red flag. If the expectant woman has not made plans for getting on with her life or after the without a child after the birth, that may be an indication that she's not ready to decide not to be the parent of this child. A lot of expectant women who are unexpectedly pregnant use this pregnancy as the proverbial kick in the butt to kind of get their life together. And a woman who does not do that and is not making plans for how she's going to go forward is a concern. This next one may be surprising to you, but babies that are due between Thanksgiving and the New Year during what we call the holiday season, there is a higher likelihood that even mothers who have made adoption plans, may change their mind during kind of the emotional familial season of Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, and all the family gatherings and such. So that is a red flag to be aware of if this baby is due during that period of time. And last but not least, if this woman seems too sure or too confident of her plans, if she seems scripted or rehearsed, and she likely is, this is a huge decision to make, and somebody who's going into it flippantly without any concerns, that's a concern for you. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye.